to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Juana. I am the crafty Puerto Rican. So guys, today I'm going to be working with sublimation. I am going to be sublimating 3 tumblers, and I'm going to be using my tumbler press. I'm going to be using a design that is called inflated design or 3D puff design on this. These are some Etsy shops order that I need to complete. So I thought I would share the whole thing with you. If you're new and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. Guys, I can't wait to start, so let's get started. I am here in Silhouette Studios. I'm going to show you the designs that I'm going to be working with. They're going to be for 3 tumblers. All the designs are puff sublimation designs. I have worked on this before. If you're new and you want to see those videos, you can go back and check them out. These are 3 orders from my Etsy shop. All these designs are available over there. And yes, I'm gonna go show you the next one. This one right here, it says Spooky Vibes. I love this one. Let me see if I can make it bigger so you can see all the detail and the puff effect. The next one is this one right here. It says Witch's Brew. It's another puff sublimation design. Let me make it bigger so that you can see all the details. They're very cute. And the first one that I show you, I didn't show you the enlarged view. Let me make it bigger so that you can see the details. Okay. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm gonna take you to the craft table and I'm going to show you all the items that I'm gonna be needing to make these tumblers look amazing, all right? See you in a little bit. These are the things I'm going to be using for sublimating these 3 tumblers. Of course, we're going to be using the tumblers. We're going to be using the designs right here. I already trimmed it once they printed. Nice and neat. Make sure that when you cut around, do not cut into the design. Just trim the white part from the printing paper, which I'm using a sublimation paper for this. This is the cradle that I use to wrap the tumblers. It makes it easier for me, but you don't have to have it. You can wrap the tumbler without the cradle. I have the sticky roller or the sticky lint roller. That's what I use to clean the tumbler to make sure that it has no dust on the tumbler accumulated. And heat-resistant tape and butcher paper. This is the butcher paper that we're going to be using to wrap the tumblers around. And of course, the press that I'm going to be using, which is the Craft Express tumbler press that you're going to see in a little bit. And that's it. So let's get started, people. I'm going to be starting with this one first. And for those who are new, if you don't have a cradle, you can place the tumbler in the middle. You're going to place the design against the tumbler this way. And then you're going to wrap it around. Okay. Once you wrap it around, you have to make sure that the paper is meeting in the middle all the way. You don't want to leave a big amount of paper overlapping because then you take the risk of having ghosting in the tumbler. This is just the exact measurement for this tumbler. I would suggest for you to measure the tumbler around with a measuring tape, because each tumbler, even though they say that they are the same size, each brand name has a different width. So you always have to measure the tumblers. I have already known by memory that the measurement for this wrap, for this kind of tumbler, I use the PYD tumbler, and for the PYD, I measure 9.37 for the width, and the height 8.2. But even within the same brand, you have to measure, because sometimes depending on where they made the tumbler, it might be different. So I always measure before I print out the design. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the cradle. You know what I forgot to do? It's very important. Clean this of any dust. Any spackle of dust in the tumbler surface will damage the design. You will have some blue dots all over the place. You can use this, or you can use alcohol also. Alcohol to clean it up, because the alcohol evaporates real fast and you don't have to worry about being wet. You don't want a tumbler that is wet with this because it's gonna mess up the design also, okay? But this, to me, it works fine. I have always used this. I have used both alcohol also, but yeah, this one does the job, okay? You're gonna make sure, again, like I told you, that everything is gonna match in here. And you're gonna like push it in as much as you can, okay? Once you have it in place, you take heat resistant tape and join the whole thing. And then you go down and do the same thing, okay? It's very important that the seam is very secure. Okay. Looks pretty nice. Then what I do, once I have this, I don't need this anymore for now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place a strip of tape in the middle of the tumbler. It's gonna go around. I'm using HTV runs, heat resistant tape. I have also used Cricut. Cricut is pretty good. It's much more expensive. I have found out that this from HTV run works amazing. I love using this tape. So far, Cricut and HTV runs are the ones that I always use. But of course, I always gonna buy the cheaper one, excellent quality, which is HTV run. And I don't get paid any money for saying that from HTV run. I'm not sponsored by them, okay? All right, and then you're gonna make sure that you press it around to push away any bubble of air. You don't want any air in between the tumbler and the paper, okay? Let me put another tape in here because it's lifting from here and I don't want nothing to be lifting because you want everything to be nice. And I use a lot of tape on this area. This is a very sensitive area, which is the seam. You want to make sure that it sublimates well, okay? I'm pushing down the tape to make sure there's no bubbles and everything is sticking to the tumbler, okay? Now that I have this, I'm gonna do the top, around, and the bottom. You can use either the thinner or the thicker tape. It works the same, no difference. Okay, when you do this, you're gonna push down. Make sure you make pressure because that will help for the paper to be very close to the tumbler. Okay, that is very important. Then I place some tape around the rim to make sure that it's nice and tight on the top. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the bottom. And again, I'm explaining this. If you are new, that you have never done sublimation, that's why I'm explaining everything, because I know that a lot of people that are following probably have known how to do this because they have seen me do it before. So that's why I'm explaining it like it was your first time. Okay. I believe all these designs are from Creative Fabrica. I don't think none of them are from Etsy. I don't think so. I always say to check both places, Etsy and Creative Fabrica, for my designs, because those are the two places that I shop for all my designs. I have a link down on the description box that will take you directly to Creative Fabrica. If you're new to this sublimation thing and you have never heard about Creative Fabrica, it's excellent. I love it because they give you this annual membership that it makes it very inexpensive to get your designs, because once you pay the monthly payment, everything that they have on their site is free. No matter if it's embroidery, sublimation, HTV, anything that any design, they have a lot of rhinestones design. Everything is free for the length of your membership. When I joined, it was last year around Christmas time, and the membership went down from $19.99 to $4.99. So I'm still having that membership. I have to make sure to be pending, because if it's expired and they don't run me automatically, I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Hopefully they'll repeat the $4.99 a year membership. That would be so cool. I mean, they have funds for all kind of stuff, embroidery, regular funds, and I'm telling you, they have so many designs. There are pages and pages and pages. It's a lot. So go ahead. I don't get paid by them, but I'm just letting you know all the stuff that I use so that you can take advantage of them, okay? That way you can take advantage of all the good things. So I'm placing the wood chip paper around. Very important to use your wood chip paper, because you know that sublimation is a gas and you don't want any of that gas that has a color to get into your equipment. It will mess up your equipment, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do all the other tumblers the same way, and I'm gonna move the camera around where the press is so that you can see me pressing each tumbler, okay? See you in a little bit. Okay, so let's get going. So I have my Craft Express at a temperature of 358 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna run it for a total of 100 seconds. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna rotate the tumbler to 4 sides, 25 seconds each. All right, I'm gonna do the first one, and then the second one I'm just gonna run it and fast forward because it's gonna be a repetition of the whole process. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna wear some gloves because this thing gets very hot. These are heat resistant gloves. So let's start. I'm going to start with the seam up, and that way I know exactly where to rotate. This will serve me as a guide to know how much to rotate, right? This press doesn't have a beep. It doesn't let me know when to turn. I have to be watching at the screen to know. It would be nice if it had a beep, 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 but it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to let this cool down, all right? And then I'm going to continue with the other ones, and I'm going to run this for, I'm going to run this video fast forward. So this is done. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm going to open the first one and let the other ones cool down. This one feels cool. So I'm using here to lift up the tape. You have to be very careful not to scratch the tumbler, okay? Just be very careful. I just want to say for those who are starting using sublimation tumblers, don't get discouraged if the first time you don't get it right, because even we that have experience, sometimes we don't get it right. I mean, this is like when you open each tumbler once you're doing, it's like you wonder if it worked or not, because all depends on a lot of things, all right? So don't get discouraged because the first one doesn't, or the second one, because even now I do make mistakes. So there we go. Wow. Look at how beautiful, people. Look at those colors. Can you tell the puff? I can tell the puff. This is a seam right here. It's almost perfect, not perfect. You don't notice. Me, because I'm a perfectionist, but it came out amazing. I love it. Beautiful. So this is the first one. Let me start with the second one. I'm gonna run the second one in fast mode so that you don't have to be bored me removing the paper and tape, all right? So for these two, I'm gonna run it fast. I still have to wait for it to cool down. So this one is okay to work on. Like I mentioned before, all these tumblers, I have them on my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop link is listed below. You can check it out. I have lots of tumblers, so you can check them out. One thing that I like about this design is that it's friendly, it's not scary for kids. You can make them these tumblers and they're not scary stuff. I don't like celebrating Halloween with stuff that are scary for kids. Look at how beautiful. Oh, look at these colors. I love this one. It came out amazing. And this is the seam right here. Amazing. I love it. I am loving them. This is the last one. Yeah, I can touch it. Not that hot. Wow, this one is amazing. Look at these people. Am I pointing at the camera the right way? Yeah. Look at this one. The first time I did it, I love it. And this time I even love it more. No, almost nothing on here. This is a seam right here. Nice like the other ones. But look at these colors, people. This is amazing. And this puff effect on all of them are just unbelievable. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, take you to the other table, and we're gonna wrap up. All right, see you in a little bit. So I am done, and all I have to do is pack them and ship them. If you have any questions about the whole process of how to do the sublimation on box and on tumblers, go ahead and ask those questions down on the description box, and I will soon answer them. All right. If you're new and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. And if you're looking for a Facebook group, I have my Facebook group. It's called The Crafty Puerto Rican Hub. HUB Hub. I will see you soon with some new contents. Don't forget to click the thumb up on your way out. I will see you soon. I will see you later. Bye bye. Hasta luego.